guys, Alicia here, thenewBcrafter. So today I'm going to be making this pin cushion right here, and it is pretty simple to make, and I wanted to make a larger one that also matches my craft room since I made my room switch a couple months ago now, and I wanted to share it with all of you guys. So let's get started. So I'm going to start out with a pickle jar lid. This is from Classic Pickles, so I'm going to have that. And I am also going to grab, I chose flannel because I did not have any cotton that matched my room, but feel free to use some cotton. It would probably work a bit better. So I want a circle that is a bit bigger than this. So here we go. I feel pretty good about this one. It's this drywall mesh that I have right here, but I like the size of the circle compared to my pickle jar lid. So I'm going to put a disappearing marker. So let's hope I work fast enough here that I can when I'm done. I like the ones of these that are the water soluble ones, so when you get it wet, it goes away. So if you're making clothing and you wash it, it'll go away. Or if you just dampen the surface and rub it a little bit with your finger, it'll go away and you don't have to worry about brushing. So just roughly cutting out my circle, and then I am going to go around and cut on my lines that are and that scrap tail is garbage. And now I am going to take my pickle jar lid and flip it over. And these guys do reach in pretty well. Good enough for me at least. So in here I am going to plop in some marbles. You could use flatback marbles or just any kind of glass gems. And now I am going to take some batting, and no, I recommend stuffing, but I don't have any right now, and this is really cheap batting, so I am just kind of going to tear this up. I want to take this, and it's going to kind of go in a mound here. I'm going to add in this kind of a sheet, I guess, to round it off overall. And this right here, I'm going to place in the middle of this square right here and place that down on top and pull it up and around right here. So I have a dome shape right here that I would like to be a little bit taller. I'm going to lose all my marbles and add in a little bit more. So if you want to, you can glue the marbles in place, but I don't really want to because one day if I take this apart, I might want them. If I'm going to throw this out, I'd rather get my marbles back, so I am not going to glue them in place so I can still use them if I don't want this pin cushion anymore. So I've torn up some more, placing that onto here. And just kind of going around shaping this, and I absolutely love this dome shape that I have right here. It kind of looks like a snowball, half of a snowball. That's what it reminds me of right now. And I'm going to grab rubber band. I am just going to tie that around the bottom here. I have the dome right here. And you do want to be pretty firm so that your pins don't fall through or anything like that. And this dome right here is going to go right on top of it. So I'm going to be using some glue, like I said, and you can use a fabric glue, but I trust this Craft Medley premium quality craft glue that I have right here. And I'm just going to kind of start out around the edges applying some glue and sticking that down, and it is kind of seeping through my fabric, but I'm a-okay with that. Just want you guys to know. And you do want to pull this pretty tight. Apply some more glue, pull it up, and stick it down. Now you can sew this in place, but it wouldn't be quite as strong, I don't think. And the way I did it before, I got a big dollopy thing on the bottom, so it didn't really sit flat on my table, which probably wasn't the best thing. So I am improving it because I'm making it for the second time now. So just holding that down until it kind of holds. So I'm just going to go around and glue all around. Alright guys, so I have this, I have my dome on top, and I've glued it all around the edges, like so. And next, this part here is a little bit risky, so you do want to make sure that glue is basically completely dry. I ended up going on YouTube and watching videos while I was waiting for mine to dry. And here on the bottom, right below those rubber bands, as scary as this sounds, we're going to cut it. That's why we want good glues for this project, and it stays in place. Now, don't play with it too much because I don't think you really want yours to fall apart. And I'm going to apply some glue on it so that I can then apply this piece of paper. I did cut this a little bit smaller, so if you do that, just grab out your original piece of paper, and I think white actually goes a little bit better than that blue. And I'm going to work on an extra piece of paper. I am going to basically put E6000 glue all over the back of this, and putting this paper on there is going to help hold in all of these ends and give it a flat bottom so it isn't constantly toppling over. Now don't get it over the edges, but you just want to get it on that fabric that we covered it with. So you see all that glue I have on there, and I'm going to flip it and press it down on my paper, not on my table. This is on my paper. Don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this is on my paper. Just make sure that you have that right. And then you're basically going to let that dry as long as your E6000 glue may take. But the trick I want to show you about your E6000 glue is to have some Vaseline, a Q-tip, and this, because a lot of people have their lids get stuck on their E6000 glue. So I'm just going to use this Q-tip right here, that Vaseline on the nozzle, throw out that Q-tip, and then just replace on that cap, and that is going to stop the lid from getting stuck on there. And I have always done that with my E6000 glue, and I've never had the lid get stuck on. So just for filming's sake, I'm going to cut mine out now. And I'm kind of going to angle my scissors underneath and try and keep it in frame. And just cut around. And I'm using Recollections cardstock for this. And I'm just kind of cutting around it. And then you see the bottom there. And I'm just going to let this dry on an extra piece of paper, so if I have to I can cut around it again rather than it sticking to my table. So there you go. This is a really easy pincushion, and to show you enjoyed this project and that you subscribe and like this video, I'd really appreciate that. And I will see you all next time. Bye!